Hi, everyone. Lexi here from Muscle Check Sports and Arthritis Pain Relief Ointment. I am the Muscle Check affiliate media manager, and I'm thrilled to be back with Kim Umphrey, one of our team members. She is an RMT CHNC from Spirit of Physiotherapy, and she's going to chat with us today about 3 more of our powerful Muscle Check ointment ingredients. Today, we're going to discuss jojoba oil, sunflower seed oil, and sesame oil as well. So with that, Kim, take it away.
Thanks, Lexi. And always, I appreciate the opportunity to geek out. Okay, so the 3 oils that we're going to look at today are incredible powerhouses when it comes to healthy skin and maintaining that natural moisturizing, skin barrier. So jojoba oil, interestingly enough, is made out of 98% pure waxes. It also has some sterols, some vitamins, a few triglyceride esters in there. But what it really is fantastic for is it helps to support the skin's natural moisture barrier, even if it's been stripped away. So something interesting that happened during COVID is when the nurses and the healthcare practitioners were sanitizing their hands every few seconds. And that is brutal to the hands. And they're normally pretty good about sanitizing, keeping everything clean, but they were just going that 10,000th extra level cleanliness. But that strips the skin. And their hands were getting so cracked and just painful and bleed to the point of bleeding. And they discovered that Muscle Check will actually help to alleviate that and protect their skin. So it actually helped them be able to manage through that brutal peak of COVID. So this actually really does do some incredible work. So jojoba oil, going back to that, is extremely shelf stable. So it's not going to go bad. It's not going to turn after 2 months. It has large amounts of vitamin E, which is a powerful antioxidant. So going back to, this repeating thing, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, it's commonly used for skin issues such as eczema and psoriasis. And as we can see, it's actually very, very powerful. People get this idea that because it's natural, therefore it can't be powerful, but that's actually not the case. If you know how to combine things properly, you can actually come up with something that is very, very powerful and beneficial. Absolutely. So next we have sesame oil. So sesame oil, once again, it's full of antioxidants along with more vitamin E and phytosterols. It is anti-inflammatory, and it's actually used specifically to treat joint pain, toothaches, cuts and scrapes, even premenstrual cramps, and more in traditional medicine. I believe Thai medicine is what it was specifically used in. It actually may help to improve arthritis symptoms, which is exciting. And because it actually helps to increase collagen production, it can actually help to speed up wound and burn healing. So once again, you've got an injury to that skin. The jojoba oil is protecting that moisture barrier and locking in the moisture so it doesn't dry out. The sesame seed oil is helping to speed up the healing of it so that it's actually, it's actually healing faster and sealing off faster. And sesame seed oil can actually relieve pain when it's applied topically, which, yeah. Now going on to sunflower oil. And actually I use sunflower oil combined with coconut oil as my massage oil as a massage therapist. So sunflower oil contains omega-6 linoleic acid, and that can actually help to fight acne. It's once again antioxidant containing vitamin E. It has tocopherols, which help to control it and treat dermatitis. It's moisturizing, and it'll relieve it reduces itching, and it's once again anti-inflammatory. So once again, you see this common theme, all these different oils are chosen specifically for their properties, such as being anti-inflammatory, antiseptic in nature, um, uh, you know, um, antioxidant in nature, and to speed healing and to promote everything. So if you look at all the ingredients in Muscle Check, you are not going to find a simple filler. You're not going to find something that doesn't have a specific purpose to be in it. And this is one of the reasons why it is so effective.
And I think that's it, as you mentioned, it's that synergistic effect. And again, you can see the methodology, or very methodological process. I can't speak today.
Yes.
Right, in terms of putting it all in there and really thinking about what we want, what Shelley wanted in this product. And again, how we've got it's like layer upon layer upon layer of all these incredible ingredients that have these wonderful properties that you've discussed. And also, I can see, and you can see why, when we have clients come up to us when we're at markets and we're doing demos and things, we can see why it's helping so many people, regardless of whether, it's a delayed onset muscle soreness, or again, because of that itis and that inflammation. But you can see, I've had people tell me that it's helped them with period cramps, or with different things, while just rubbing it on their tummies. Or, we've got people who have, in a pinch, they've thought, oh, I'm going to try Muscle Check on my chest. I've got a cold, or I'm a little congested. They've tried it on their chest and their neck, and it's made a huge difference. So again, it makes sense when you really hear, and when we delve into, and when you share with us about what each of these specific ingredients does, you can see why we have such success, and why we are, we've got that 5-star rating in the market, because this is what we do. We take away that pain. We help with that pain relief.
Yes. And we don't just say, oh, try it, it works. We say, try it, it works, and this is why.
Definitely. And I think that's the thing too, is I've mentioned it before. One of my favorite things is when we have clients come back and say, oh, I've tried this. This is amazing. And this is what it did for me. And I think that that's it, right? It's the proof in the pudding, for lack of a better phrasing, right? It's actually I know myself it works because I've tried it on me. But then when we also have our clients come back and tell us their success stories, we know we've got something really special there too. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So is there, I'm thinking with any of these oils, like sesame seed oil, I believe is the one of our oils that actually doesn't penetrate as deeply into the body. And that's why that one is really good for the joints, because it sits more on the surface level. And so that's the interesting part too, because people will say, well, how is it going to work on my hands? And I think, again, I mentioned that layering, where we've got deep penetration, and then we've got others where we've used this oil that likes to sit on the joints. It's still penetrating, but its job is more at the joint level. So we get that better range of motion and mobility with our hands.
Yeah, and we've got all three. We've got the stuff that affects the skin layer itself. We've got the stuff that penetrates down to the joint layer, and then we've got the stuff that penetrates into the deeper tissues and into systemic.
Excellent.
So yeah, it's like you said, it's layer upon layer upon layer.
Mm-hmm.
So Shelley's brilliant.
Yeah, no, we all agree with that one. Yes. So, do you have a story that might stand out to you in particular, in terms of, I know we asked this of our spotlight people as well, do you have kind of a story that really stands out for you with you using Muscle Check, whether it's on yourself or with a client? Is there something that you can think of off the top?
Well, off the top of my head, clients who come in with car accident injuries, typically a whiplash injury. So there you've got a lot of muscle guarding, you've got inflammation galore, you've got, now I'm not touching them when the heat of the inflammation is still there. The heat has to come out before I can treat them. But I work in a physio clinic, so they've already had some treatment from the physiotherapist, and then they're ready to come see me as well. And one of the challenges with doing massage is you want to do enough work to actually affect the tissues and release some of that tension and get them functioning better. But sometimes that can trigger more inflammation and muscle guarding. So what I do is, when I'm treating somebody with a car accident injury, like a whiplash, What I'm doing is I'm massaging the area, typically, kind of upper back, neck, and shoulders. And then once I'm done massaging, I wipe off the massage oil and then I apply the muscle check. And the muscle check it's sinking deeper down into the tissues, but what it's doing is its anti-inflammatory nature is helping to keep it calmed down. So anything that I've stirred up, it's calming down so that the client isn't extraordinarily sore the next day, that they're still able to do that. And by catching it right at the moment, that prevents also the muscle guarding from reenacting. So it's making sure that those body processes are not triggered.
Right.
Really speeds up and the healing and makes what I do more effective.
And that's a good point too. I know, having had whiplash being an MVA was not a fun experience. Dealing with that recovery and that rehab, which took a long time. Yeah, I found that exactly that, having the muscle check on, and sometimes, of course, you mentioned that heat, right? When it was so hot, having the muscle check on, because I would get a cooling effect, would give me some relief as well, right? So also that temperature sensation, as well as the other anti-inflammatory properties and qualities that also helped me in my recovery. Definitely. Okay, awesome. So I'm not sure, Kim, if there's anything else you wanted to share about jojoba, sunflower, or sesame seed oils.
That's it for now. Did you have any questions?
That's all, folks. Not that I can think of. I didn't realize. I think for me, it's more so not realizing with respect to jojoba. You know that oils, you hear that name a lot, but not realizing just how many different things or ways that it's effective, that it works, right? So
Exactly.
yeah, that's very interesting. So thank you so much for sharing that information with us. And we will be back again to share a bit more about some other ingredients. But as always, if you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to Kim, to myself, to Shelly, to Muscle Check, to our Muscle Check team. We're here to help you and to support you in your health and wellness journey. So whatever way we can help you, please reach out. So thanks so much, Kim, and until the next time.
Until next time. Take care.